Alright captains, this is your tutorial video on how to enter the stats onto the Moose Hockey League website. You'll log in as normal, should be landing here at the front page. And then you'll just go right up here to the Moose Hockey League and you'll hit Dashboard. Once you're in the dashboard area, I don't believe you'll have all the options that you're seeing on the side right now, but you'll come down to under MHL stats and you'll click events. To doing the events, you're going to see a list of games. I see everything that's in the system. You guys will only see the games that belong to the team that you're the team manager of. So you'll scroll down, you'll look at the date and the time. It's your 9:30s. These are all the 9:30 game schedule for Monday, the 9 o'clock game schedule for Monday. For this tutorial video, we're going to use the Roadrunners Admirals that I set up from last season that were still in the system. So when you get to the game you want, you're just going to click right up here where it says Roadrunners vs. Admirals, or whatever your team name may be. You'll come into this page, and you'll scroll down here, find your players. So you can select all, but you're only going to put 6 on the ice and you're going to have anywhere from 9 to 11 players on your roster. So what you do for doing the 6 people is you would just click the boxes so you don't have all of them. You notice this one has only 3 players, and this pretty much has a roster size. So say these guys made some trades and the players aren't there, the new players haven't been added yet. Or if you have a waiver call up for the night and they usually will not show on your roster, you just click the show all. What that does is opens up and shows you every player that's in the Moose Hockey League stat system. Then you'll just go down and you'll click a player, fill up the roster to what you need. Once you do that, you'll come up. Oh, by the way, never ever touch where it says Roadrunners here. Never touch that. It says Admirals here. You never mess with the team settings. They're preset. Do not change them. Once you pick your roster players, scroll up here and click Update. Then you'll come back down, and now you'll see all the rosters are in position here. Then you'll look up here, here's where you enter your game results. It says auto right here, that's exactly what it is. Do not enter anything in where it says auto. You'll come over here, you'll enter your first period score. So we're going to say the Roadrunners got 1 in the first, and the Admirals didn't get anything. It's your choice if you want to put a 0 or just leave it blank. I usually just leave mine blank. Let's say the Roadrunners came up and got 2 goals in the second. The Admirals got a goal in the second. And then in the third period, the Roadrunners come out big and got 3 goals. The Admirals still went without anything. This is your overtime boxes. Just leave them blank unless you go into overtime. Power play goals, power play opportunities. So Roadrunners, they had 2 power play goals out of 2 opportunities. And the Admirals, will give them 1 out of 4 opportunities. Right here, T is for total. That's your total score. So I'm going to take the 2 and the 3 and the 1 and I'm going to add that up. So Roadrunners had 6, Admirals had 1. And I'm not going to touch anything here because it's automatic. So I'll come down here, and this here is goals, assist. This is hits, plus minus, shots on goal, penalty minutes, shorthanded goals, power play goals, face-offs won, face-offs taken. This is game 1, basically used for goalies. You need to enter that for any time your goalie wins a game. You can use it for your skaters, but it's there for the goalies. Shots against, goals against, saves, shutouts. If your goalie had a shutout, make sure you enter 1 in here. If your goalie wins, make sure you enter a 1 in here. Don't worry about this. This needs to be removed. We don't know why it's there right now. Then there'd be the same thing down here with the other team. You only enter, the first captain in enters all of this. Then the next captain in you only enter the player stats for yours, because I'm sure you don't have the player stats for the other one. Now if you ever come in here and this is missing, it's this arrow right here. Sometimes I have captains get a hold of me, they enter their players in down here, they come up, they click update, but nothing shows here. It's just box score, and this arrow right here drops them back down. Now let's say you did have an overtime game. If you had an overtime game, you have to raise that because it will cover this with the amount of stats that we have in there. You come down to full time, and when you click up, it just goes like that, so you can go like that. Let's say they played 65 minutes. They played 5 minutes into the overtime period. You would do that, and then you go up and click everything. Since we don't have an overtime going here, we're going to leave it at the 60. We'll come up, get our player stats back, so we'll just enter some goals here. You enter your assist, any hits that they might have, your plus minuses, shots on goal, whatever shots they might have taken. Penalty minutes. When it comes to penalty minutes, you just need a whole number. You don't need like 2 semicolon 0 0 if it's a 2-minute penalty. If you have 4 minutes in penalties, you just put a 4. 2 minutes, you put the 2. 5-minute major, you would just put the 5 like that. The system will calculate all of that. So your face-offs 1, say he won 12 out of the 14 face-offs that he took. The system's going to calculate the percentage and put it on his leaderboards. Same with your goalie. However many shots against he had, how many goals against he had, and then whatever saves he had between that. Pretty simple. So never touch the auto, never change the game deals. When your stats in, you just come up and you hit update. Right now it takes a little bit of time because it's calculating everything. Then you'll scroll down and you'll see the outcome. Win, loss, automatically did it based off of this here. If you do not enter anything in this column, this will stay blank and you will not get any points on the standings. You won't get any credits for your team wins. Your player stats will still go in. So if you want to check everything out after you're done to make sure it goes through, you just come back over here to the Moose Hockey League. It drops down. You want to visit the site. Once you're there, you can scroll down here and you see the Roadrunners moved up to first place with their 1 game played. They got their 1 win, their 2 points, goals for, goals against, the differential. There's their power play and their PK percentage. And then we'll list their last 10 games and their win or loss streak going on here. If you can click here, and this will take you to the team page. This team page is not fully set up. Just basically it's from last season, and I just kind of clicked it to get it going. But on your player page, you'll have your player list. It will calculate their goals, all their stats for the season. Some of the player lists are giving career stats. Some of them are just getting the season. If you're a returning team, I believe it shows career stats on the bottom. This is their standings. They'll always have their standings going in there. When divisions are set up, it'll show the division that they're in and where they're running in that division. This will show that team's upcoming games and the results from their past games. Another way that you can check your team page and your players is, we don't have all the rosters in yet, so I'll just go over here because I know these guys have a few people on their roster still. But you can always click any of these logos up here to get to a team page quick. You drop down and it'll show their current roster, their standings. I haven't done nothing in season 38, so until Monday it's just going to keep showing season 37. And then the games that are coming up on Monday and their past games they played before. This will all be set up a little differently. There's usually a drop down box here that you can go through each player on the team to their individual pages as well. So, and then you can always just go back to the home page. And that's pretty much how you do stats. Pretty simple and easy. Any issues, any problems, anything you're unsure of, don't hesitate to ask an MEC member. Don't try to do something unless you know for sure to do it. It's a very fragile system, and it's not easy to fix the errors that do happen. So any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thanks, guys.